Hello, out of school time professionals. I would like to present part one of a celebration and transitions training for you today. My name is Mary Schone, and I started in working at a summer camp in 2008 as a camp counselor. And then I rose up through the ranks to be a director. And now I am a school counselor working with elementary schoolers. I'm affiliated with the Connecticut After School Network, and I hope that at the end of this training today for part one, you can identify why and how to celebrate the end of the year or the end of a summer session. So, why do we celebrate at the end of our time with kids? First, it can contribute to team building and retention, offers a time for recognition, both for kids and grown-ups. It's an opportunity for family engagement and community partnership, which is so key to our work and can help us become embedded into the district. And plus, it's so key for the kids, which we'll talk about in part two of this training. And on a related note, celebrations help make meaning of our time with kids. I can remember end of year celebrations that I had with different teachers and celebrating the end of my time at camp sessions when I was a camper myself and how I facilitated those as a counselor. And those stick out in my mind compared to the day to day. So it offers a culmination and a way to reflect and bring together and consolidate those experiences. So, first off, celebrations can be a way to build teamwork and recognition for staff. That might be a staff outing at the end of your time together, superlatives for kids or for staff, or a staff picnic or dinner. As I mentioned in my previous slide, those celebrations stand out the most to me during my experiences. And as a summer camp counselor, we would always have a culminating dinner, which the whole staff would attend, the full time year round staff, the summer staff. And it was a beautiful time for everyone to come together and reflect on the summer and even get ready for the next year as well. Celebrations also offer a fun way to engage with families that seems lower stakes than a day to day, than a more day to day type of family engagement. You may have a program showcase, a talent show, a science fair, or a day in the life of your program. These can be a little bit trickier with some of our physical distancing protocols that we have at this time, but I can imagine that these could also be implemented virtually and be a really great way to increase family engagement during a challenging time in a way that's really approachable for families as well. Also, you could have a special event like an end of year carnival or a family dinner or a family picnic or carnival. So, taking some of the ideas from the previous slide and making it family oriented may be a great way to add in this piece. Including youth is so important for especially the family engagement piece. It builds buy-in and helps your youth develop some key skills as well. I think students should be involved in planning the celebrations at the end of your time with them. They can have some great ideas and they can also help alleviate some of the load from staff who may have a lot of other things on their plate at the end of a summer session or the end of a school year. Including them in discussions as well helps with the transition and processing the feelings that arise during a transition, which we'll talk about more in part two. In the younger years, youth can also be involved in a countdown to a certain event, and hopefully that will increase your engagement and attendance with families if the kids are involved in knowing how many days are coming or in the planning of events. And if youth take ownership, they have that buy-in, but also they're practicing key skills like executive functioning skills, planning ahead, and planning for events, which we all have to use throughout our lives. Summer programs and after school programs really thrive with community partnerships. So including the community in your celebrations is a great way to acknowledge the importance of these relationships. You might have a community-wide celebration with multiple partners or agencies, a day in the community. Our Lights On events are great ways for us to partner with our communities, or an ice cream social. Furthermore, district events showcase the importance and the embedded nature of after school programs and summer programs within a school district. So, if you can find a way to be involved in the school award ceremony or recognition for staff at the school level, or even an end of year newsletter or an email that is included in the district mailings, would be great ways to celebrate the success and your program and showcase that importance of the partnership. And finally, for kids, celebrations are so important, and by association, their families are involved in these celebrations. You might give a symbolic gift or a paper plate award. They could be non tangible gifts, like thanking students for their gifts of humor or their joy, their unconditional love. Paper plates awards are just as they sound, writing awards on paper plates. So it doesn't need to be expensive or time consuming to make a celebration. It's more about the thought that goes into it and what the students can take away. On a similar note, certificates of completion or of participation or with certain awards on them can help students consolidate what they have learned and gained from your program. At my camp, we ended each session with a campfire. So the whole camp would gather around the campfire. And at the beginning, there would be our awards and celebrations for our students who passed the next level for archery or for their swimming lessons. And towards the end, we would transition to more reflection where students and kids could call out what they learned or took away from camp and had more, calming songs. And at this point, some kids would be sad that we were ending, but it was also a celebration of all that we had done together. And in this year, our celebrations may take the form of a car parade where kids can see the adults that have worked with them, or it could be virtual if need be to do the same type of awards or certificates and culminating experiences. If you need some resources or ideas about how to celebrate the end of your time with your kids, you could check out the National Network of Partnership Schools, or NAA's Pinterest link, and 100 Last Day of School celebration ideas. Many ideas that come from the school setting could also transfer to the out of school time field. I hope that you'll stick around and join us for part 2 of our celebration and transitions training, which will focus more in on the kids and how to transition from the end of your program to something else. Thank you.